Hey guys, and welcome to what is a very different video for me today. It's not a home workout, it's actually a rest day for myself. I'm not training, but what I want to try and do is just show you how easy it is to keep active in the house and hopefully rattle out 10,000 steps without actually leaving the house at all. It's chucking it down today, so going for a walk isn't really an option. My dogs aren't big walkers anyway. Getting them out in the rain is nigh on impossible. So what I wanted to do is just kind of highlight the importance of just general physical activity. Hopefully you know that just a small workout, 20 minutes, even an hour workout alone, and then doing very little for the rest of the day isn't massively effective on overall calorie expenditure. We want to try and stay nice and active. You'll notice, hopefully, that the videos I do, I'm kind of constantly moving around. Even the workout videos when I'm not joining in, I'm constantly stepping forwards and backwards and just moving around. Things like that, might not seem a lot at the time, but they sharp add up. Which is why, smartwatches, fitness trackers are very good. They let you know how much or how little you might be doing throughout the course of the day. So aim of this video is to just show you how easy it is to get 10,000 steps over the course of a day. Now at the minute I've been kind of moving around a little bit, so I am already on, let's have a look, I am already on 2,801 steps. Hopefully you can see that there. The aim is to add 10,000 steps to that, alright? And, like you see now, I'm already kind of moving around, already going to be adding towards that. I'm going to show some little things that you can do that will hopefully help. But let's see if you can get 10,000 steps without actually leaving your house. Yeah, going for a walk is going to be far more beneficial if the weather's nice. But I just want to show that it is possible to do without actually leaving your house. So, join me, see how we get on. And hopefully you guys can try the same sometime. Now, generally just moving around, getting up off the sofa, off your desk if you're working from home, and just wandering around is fairly easy. And literally since recording that video, I've already rattled out over 100 steps, and I haven't actually done anything. I haven't been anywhere, obviously, doing it inside the house, but I'm just walking around. Now, for me, I barely sit still anyway, to be honest, but one of the things I do quite a lot, especially when I'm on the phone, if I'm actually on a phone call, I walk around, I just mill around. So now might be a great time, pick up the phone, give someone a ring, somebody you haven't spoken to in a while, who's your parents, family member, and just have a 5-10 minute chat. And as you're on the phone, just wander around like I'm doing now. It's not hard work, I'm not out of breath, my heart rate's at 64, but just moving around. Great thing about smartwatches is that you can set them, or at least a lot of them, you can actually set. I'm in the kitchen now, you can hear the washing machine going, but you can actually set them to give you move reminders, they're called. So every hour, mine will actually just give us a little nudge and say, get up and move. Great if, like I said, you are working from home, you spend a lot of time at a desk or whatever, or you just need that gentle reminder to get up and move. So if your watch does do that, great idea to turn those movement reminders on, or whatever they're called, and use that to your advantage. Now, another thing to do as you're just wandering around, if you don't have anyone to phone and you just don't want to, just actually pick up your phone. Kill 5-10 minutes that you would spend wasted watching social media or scrolling through social media anyway. Pick up your phone and walk around. Use those 5 or 10 minutes of endless scrolling, but actually do something productive as you do it. So just have a little wander around. I'm going to spend the next 5 or 10 minutes walking around and actually answer some emails. I've got a few emails and bits and pieces like that I need to respond to. So I'm going to do that. It's going to be productive. Your phone is basically a mobile office. I've got a few bills and stuff I need to pay, a few things I need to sort out, but I can do all of that on my phone. I don't have to be sat at a laptop, and I'm just going to wander around. I'm going to go up and down the stairs a few times. I've got a cool little idea, something I'm going to do regarding going up and down the stairs, a little challenge. just something to help get the steps in. I'll post that in a little bit. So currently, all I'm doing, been on the phone, just put something on my Instagram story. I've replied to a few emails, got a few, like I said, accountancy bits and stuff that needed doing today. And I'm literally just on my flight of stairs, doing step ups on one stair. It's not hard, I'm not going fast. My heart rate's at 79, I'd hardly call that out of breath or working hard. And yeah, just been on my phone for the last 5-10 minutes, recording a few bits, doing a few productive things, not just spending time on social media. Actually haven't scrolled through any social media stuff. But yeah, so far I am up to 3,880 steps. If you remember, I think I started on 2,800, something like that. So that's already 1,000 steps in the last maybe 10 minutes, 15 potentially. And all I've done is wandered around, doing a few steps on the stairs now, but that's it. Nothing that's actually felt like any physical activity or work, but 1,000 steps pretty damn quickly. Now, obviously, going for a walk outdoors is far more beneficial. I love getting outside, you know, it's good for my head. I like the fresh air. I like to wander around and explore new places. But I'm doing this in the house just to prove that you can get some activity inside without having to leave, all right? I'm already well over 1,000 steps. I'm still moving around now just because it makes sense to do so. And yeah, literally, it should be pretty easy to get 10,000 steps. So guys, little challenge for you, which is going to help get those steps up massively. Alright, this is what I've kind of been in the middle of. I've just paused to record this. Purely paused because I won't be able to do it and count at the same time. But little challenge to do on your flight of stairs. I was doing some step ups before and just milling around on the phone. I thought, oh, how can I make this a bit more interesting? So what I did, started at the bottom, did one step up onto the first step, then one step onto the first step, 2 steps onto the second step, back down. 1 on the first, 2 step ups to the second step, 3 step ups to the third step, back down. Full step, you do 4. Every round you add on another step, the next step up, and add on an extra rep for that step. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way. I think I've got 15 or 16 steps here, so that's going to be a hell of a lot of steps in total. And again, I'm just milling around, doing some work on the phone, being productive as I'm just kind of doing these steps. Give it a try if you've got a flight of stairs at home. If you live in a townhouse, it's going to be a hell of a workout for you. You'll probably finish today at about 30,000 steps. So this is how that workout's working. Jeff's here on the stairs, our third bulldog. You do 1 step up on the first step, then it's 1, 2 on the second step, 1, 2, 3 on the third, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. I'm up to there. I'm using my kind of monster as a little guide as to which step is next. I've just worked out I've got 14 steps to get to the top. So after that little stair challenge, I ended up on 2,500 steps from when I originally recorded the video this morning saying I was going to do 10,000 steps without leaving the house. Right now I'm cooking some dinner, and rather than just standing waiting for my dinner to cook, I'm simply marching on the spot. It's 5 minutes that I would have been stood here anyway. It's not 5 minutes I've lost from my day. I was always going to stand and cook my dinner in here, but rather than just stand, I'm moving. All right, just a bit of a high knee step, and simple as that. If it's 300-400 calories in, not calories, sorry, 300 or 400 steps in the time it takes my dinner to cook, it's great. All contributes towards that daily goal. Just finished my dinner, chilled out for a little bit, let my dinner digest, watch a little bit TV, and I'm actually trying to watch some YouTube videos on how to build a garden building. And what I thought to do, rather than just sit with dinner's digested, I'm up, I've streamed rather than just sitting watching on my phone. I've put it on the big TV right in front of us here, and I'm just walking on the spot. Literally just knees up, like I was when I was waiting for my dinner to cook, just watching what I would have been watching on my phone, but just stepping on the spot. And I've probably got 20-30 minutes of video to watch, so I think in those 20 or 30 minutes I can rattle out quite a few steps. You know, if you do this and you happen to find a chance, I mean, you can run on the spot if you want to do. I've done that before if I've got like 1,000 or 2 steps left, like towards the end of the day, and rather than wandering around the house, I've just done a little bit of jogging on the spot. But this is dead relaxed. Like I said, I'm just chilling here, I'm watching some TV. I only finished my dinner about 45 minutes ago. It's not like I'm feeling sick or anything like that. Just plodding away, and it's comfortable, it's easy. If you find it hard though, just kind of break it up, stop for a little bit, and when you feel good, you can just crack back on with it. But the whole point of this is to just show how easy it is to get that activity and those steps in without feeling like you're doing a workout. And at the minute, it doesn't feel like I'm doing a workout because I'm not. I'm literally stood on the spot and just stepping away. The dogs have got no idea what's going on. They're going a bit crazy here, but it's absolutely easy. And like I said, I'm still doing what I would have been doing before. I'm watching some how-to videos. I've done some work on my phone, moving around. Everything that I would have done today anyway, I'm just doing, but being a little bit more active. And that's the whole point of this, just to try and think a little bit more about how active you are through the day. If we can do something and do it whilst we're moving, let's do that. Like I said, it doesn't have to be indoors. I'm just doing this because the weather's been a bit crap today, and just to show how you can do it and how there really is no excuse not to hit something like 10,000 steps in a day without even leaving. You can go for a walk and you can hit 10,000 steps in an hour and a half or so, maybe even less. I never really actually tried to time it. That might be interesting, but it shouldn't be hard. And I know people with kids, you should be able to do this. You know, if you can watch an hour's worth of TV, I reckon in an hour doing something like this, you could be very, very close to 10,000 steps. Then with everything else that you do through the day, just generally moving around to and from the kitchen, upstairs, to the bathroom, that kind of thing, chasing your kids around, you should easily be able to get 10,000 steps. I'll check back in well, about half an hour after I've finished these little videos I want to watch, and I'll let you know where I'm up to. But the dogs are barking, they need to go in the garden right now. So if you remember, I started the day on didn't start the day on 0, but I recorded the first video and I was already on 2,801 steps. Well, I've just passed 7,801, so halfway through the 10,000 step goal within the house, and literally it's been easy. Like I said, I'm still watching me tutorials. I'm only 10 minutes in and already halfway through the total 10,000 steps that I planned on hitting. So far so good, easy. You know, got another 20 minutes I think to watch. Gonna check that out now, and I'll report back at how many steps I've done in the next 20 minutes. So literally just finished watching a 15-minute video there. I started that after I recorded the last one to say I'd just gone over 7,800 total steps, which was 5,000 so far. In that 15-minute video, I am up to 9,582, so call that 9,600. That's 1,800 steps I managed to do in 15 minutes. So, you know, based on that, in an hour, if you stick an hour TV program on and just step on the spot for that full hour, if I can do 1,800 steps in 15 minutes, times that by 4, that's 7,200 steps you can rattle out in a 1 hour TV program. Something to think about. Hell of a lot of steps in an hour. Well guys, I've just gone over the 10,000 step goal I set myself. And to be honest, it hasn't been that hard at all. It hasn't put us out my way. I've just had to think about things a little bit more. You know, things I would normally do, rather than doing them on a computer or the laptop, I would do them on the phone and just do them wandering around the house. I don't have a big house either. You know, it's only a small little house, but able to kind of walk around up and down the stairs quite a bit. I did a little stair challenge, which was good for probably 1,500, 2,000 steps. The majority of my steps really came from just moving around, watching the TV, marching on the spot. You know, I probably rattled out 6,500 steps in just under an hour, watching some tutorial videos, some DIY videos on YouTube that I would have just sat down at my desk or on the sofa and kind of watched on my laptop. So something to kind of think about. You know, there is always a way to get steps in. Like I said, this was kind of more of an extreme scenario, doing them without leaving the house. Obviously, if you can get out for a walk, you can quite easily rattle up a good few thousand steps in a walk. Try and do that. Try and get out the house. But the purpose of this video is just to show that it is possible to do them without leaving the house. Just, you've got to think about things a little bit different. And then just generally, like you said, set reminders on your watch. Use those move reminders to remind you. It's every hour, at least the Garmin watch is every hour, to get up, to move. I remember Fitbit was something very similar. It would let you know if before the hour you hadn't hit 250 steps or whatever. It would let you know with 10 minutes to go to get up and try and get those 250 steps or more. You know, I think that's probably customizable. Is that a word? Customizable? That you can kind of change how many steps it wants you to make you do an hour. Very good idea to check that out if you do have a smartwatch. Try and set up those reminders and just generally move around, you know, do things a little bit more. You know, getting around with a Hoover, the mop, the broom, whatever, you know, is going to knock up some steps. Just generally tidying, you know, going up and down the stairs to the bathroom, to the kitchen, stuff like that. Just try and be as active as you can. And, you know, like I said, today was a pretty extreme example of doing it all in the house. But get out, try and do these steps outdoors rather than indoors. But if it does come down to it, you get bad weather, you can't leave the house, you're worried about leaving the house, you know, during this pandemic, you can still stay active indoors. Hope you've enjoyed it and found it informative. I'll try and put out some other little special videos like this in the future. But as always, check out the workout videos that go out 9 AM Monday to Friday. I will see you very shortly.